Hi guys, Mike here. Tonight I'm going to teach you What's Up by Four Non Blondes. A really good tune if you're perhaps practicing bar chords at the moment, because we've got just one bar chord in it. I've got two versions for you, but we can do a key change so we can put a capo on and make it a little bit easier for ourselves, just using open chords. But as I say, this is a really good tune if you're practicing bar chords, because it just means it's got the one bar chord in, and everything else you should already know. So it just gives you a good opportunity to practice your bar chords without getting bogged down in the nitty gritty and the frustrating stuff. Okay, great, let's get to it. Righty-ho then, let's get down and dirty with What's Up. So we need three chords. Our A chord, our A major chord, second fret on the D string, second fret on the G string, second fret on the B string. Okay, all our fingers jammed in there. Probably know that one by now. Okay, if you've been playing guitar a couple of months. Okay, that's our A chord, just there. We need a B minor, which looks like that, which is actually a bar chord. Okay. We're barring the second fret minus the top string, or minus the bottom string I should say, minus the E string here, okay? You can use your fingertip right on the end there, just to mute it, okay? So what I can do here is just mute it with the top of my finger. It's just touching the string, so when I play it, can't hear anything, okay? Totally muted. Only touching very gently, you don't have to press it down or anything. I'm just touching sort of the bottom of it. Okay, so I'm barring that second fret there. And then my middle finger is going to be on the third fret of the B string. And my ring finger is going to be on the fourth fret of the D string. And my pinky is going to tuck just under there on the fourth fret of the G string. Okay, great, that's our B chord, B minor. We also need a D. Okay, possibly know that one by now as well. So we need index finger on the second fret of the G string, our middle finger on the second fret of the E string, and a ring finger on the third fret of the B string. There we go. Just like that. Okay. It would also be handy if we knew the D sustained 2, D sustained 4, one of those anyway. Basically all it is with the pinky, we're just going to cover the third fret on the high E string, okay, every now and again. We can use that to make us different sort of sound. Here we go. So there's our three chords. Okay. I'm going to take a quick look now at the rhythm section, just the strumming style and the pattern. So what we've got in the song is this, and it's repeated. It's these three chords repeated all the way through. Okay. So the strumming pattern goes like this. So we've got down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, up, down. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down. One more time, nice and slowly. That's also the same for the B minor. And the D. this A major chord, it starts and finishes the progression, the chord progression. So the actual progression over 4 bars will be 1 bar of A, 1 bar of B minor, 1 bar of D, and 1 bar of A. And then we start back with 1 bar of A, 1 bar of B, 1 bar of D, 1 bar of A, and A again, and B, and D, and A. You get the picture. Okay, great. Now I'll just show you this easier way of playing this. Now perhaps we're at the stage where we don't know any bar chords yet. What we can do is pop this capo on here on the 2nd fret. Make sure it's covering all the strings, it's on nice and straight. Okay. It's always a good idea just to play these strings, just to make sure none of them buzz or anything. Sometimes if you put it on towards the back of a fret, you might get buzzes. Not that time, but mine was quite good. But other ones aren't so good, and you need to put them in the right place on the fret. Usually just behind the metal piece of the fret here, as you can see, just there. Okay, great. Okay, so we can play this by going G chord first, okay, which is index finger on the 2nd fret. This now becomes the 2nd fret. If we have a capo here, this just acts like the new nut, okay? So we're using the capo instead of the nut. So this one is number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. You get the picture. So index finger on the 2nd fret of the A string, middle finger on the 3rd fret of the E string, and a ring finger on the 3rd fret of the high E string. Then we need an A minor, index on the 2nd fret of the B string, or 1st fret of the B string I should say, middle finger on the 2nd fret of the D string, and ring finger on the 2nd fret of the G string. And then a C chord. Our index finger stays the same, our middle finger comes up to, or actually also stays the same, on the 2nd fret of the D string there, and then our ring finger comes up and goes on to the 3rd fret of the A string, just here. Right then, I've just swapped guitars for the purpose of this bit. This is the lead riff that goes over the top, which is a great piece of lead if you're just learning to, do scales and solos, little parts of songs like that. If you're learning a few riffs, and so this is a really nice bit because it's fairly simple. So what we're going to do is start with our ring finger. Well, firstly, we want to create a bit of an overdrivey sound, that sort of American 90s sound. Quite sort of rocky on our amp, if possible, if we can. If you have an overdrive button, I'd switch that on if I was you. Actually, I'm just going to turn my overdrive off just for the purpose of this lesson. I just think that the sound will be a bit clearer, you'll be able to hear a bit easier. Let's turn that off. Right. Okay, so let's start here. On the ring finger on the 9th fret of the G string. So we're going to play this 3 times. Sorry, that was 4. We're going to play this 4 times. Okay, and then we're going to the 7th fret of the D string. Do 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 do. And from here we're sliding down to the 4th fret. Okay, so down 3 frets. 3 frets to the 4th fret. we're going down to the 2nd fret on the same string, on the D string. So far we have this. Okay, and from there we hit this string again. We go back to the 4th fret on the D, and then we're going 2nd fret on the G string. Okay, so we have from here we have, and then back up to this one, and then back again to the 2nd fret of the D string, and then back. Okay, so we have. So we have. So far, this is what we've got. Okay, so from there, do like a little quick bit. Okay, so we get to here and we go, which is basically 1, 2, 1, 2. So this is what we've got. So this is what we've got. And from there, we hit this one again. And we put our middle finger on the 3rd fret of the B string. And then back to this one. And then we slide right up. So we pluck and slide. And then we end with our middle finger on the D string on the 7th fret. So I'll just play it really slowly just so we can get our head around it. So starting the 9th fret on the G string. Okay, great. Well, I hope you enjoyed that lesson. As I said at the start, it's a really good one for beginners, and definitely people that are learning bar chords at the moment, because I know it's a big struggle. And if you, a little tip for you would be to look for some songs that contain sort of one bar chord in their whole progression, because they become manageable. I find it, when I was learning, I found it quite hard to pick up a song that had maybe 3 or 4 bar chords in it and try to start playing it. I found it quite tiring on my hands and also quite infuriating as well, because I was often getting them wrong. But hang in there, it's all good. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. If you have any requests or anything, any songs that you'd like me to do, I'd love to have a few requests and be able to do the songs that you like to play or like to listen to. Yeah, that would be great. Just leave them in the comment box below. Also, it'd be great if you could just click onto my Facebook page and like my page. That just means that any videos that I do will come straight up in your news feed. You can just click on them and watch them straight away. Nice and easy, you don't have to search for them. Okay, great. I'll see you next lesson.